Blessings, family. Welcome to today's episode of Wednesdays with Pastor K. What a joy it is to be your host once again today. I believe that you and I are going to have an awesome time, and I'm so excited to spend the next few minutes with you, and I believe we're going to have a great time. Um, Happy Wednesday night to everybody who has tuned in, and I am happy to spend the next few minutes of my time with you. And I just want to quickly check who's watching, and I'm going to quickly ask you to please like, share, comment, and let's get our world into this room. Welcome to today's episode. I'm excited to have all of you who have tuned in. I just want to greet a few people who have tuned in, and we're going to proceed. We're going to proceed with today's episode. I see Tamim Kwanas is watching from YouTube. Welcome, son. Good to see you. Tabo Maiman is watching from Facebook. Welcome, son. Good to see you. And I see also Mukhadi Ayanda is watching. Welcome, my daughter. Good to see you. And we have my beautiful wife watching, and we have Balungile Mashazi watching. Welcome, Balungile. Good to see you. And also we have Patuchezo Radipaswa watching. Welcome, son. Good to see you. And we have Katleho Musaka watching. Welcome, my daughter. Good to see you. And Pumzile Petla watching. Welcome, daughter. Good to see you. And yeah, I think I've mentioned all the people that are watching. And if I have not mentioned your name, you're welcome. And we are so excited to have you tonight. And I believe that tonight is going to be awesome. And I just want us to quickly recap on what we discussed last week. Last week we spoke on a very powerful subject titled Control Your Destiny. Control Your Destiny. And I just want to take us through a few points that we mentioned last week. We defined destiny, and we said destiny is a future that someone or something will have. Destiny is a future that someone or something will have. It is destiny. It's something that is ahead of you, and it is what will fulfill your life. And you are in control of your own destiny, we said last week. And we said no one else, just you. You are the only one who is in control of destiny, and just you. You decide how far you're going to push in life, or if you decide you're going to give up. You decide. Either way, you make the decision. Welcome, Naniki Ramutata. Good to see you. And we have also we mentioned also last week that you decide if you're going to be a victim or a champion, meaning that the power of your tomorrow is in your hands. The power of your tomorrow is in your hands. You decide if you're going to be a victim or you are going to be a champion. It is all in your hands. It is all your decision to make. You decide if you're going to be powerful or you're going to be powerless. You decide. The blame game is a sign of not being in control of your destiny. The blame game is a sign of not being in control of your destiny. The moment you start blaming everybody for your faults or for your failures, you must know that you are not taking control of your destiny. Every time when people want to justify where they are in life, be it if they have failed in life, be it if they're not making it in life, they want to blame it on other people. They want to say, I did not go to school because my mother did not want to send me to school. I have not done well because my brother did this to me. I have not done well because my sister did this to me, or my siblings. We always have people to put a blame on. And the moment you shift the blame, you must know you are not taking control of your destiny. People that take control of their destiny are people who will push no matter the circumstances, are people who know that I'm designed for greater things. I'm designed to do great in this life, and therefore I'm not going to allow any misfortune or any setback to keep me back. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I succeed in life, right? And we also said that whatever you consistently think about and focus upon, you move toward. So it matters what you're thinking. That is why you've got to be in control, and you have to manage your thoughts. You have to manage your thoughts, because whatever you consistently think about and focus upon, you move toward. So we are the reflection of our thoughts. The thoughts we thought last week, the thoughts we thought last year, the thoughts we thought 2 weeks back, we are the results of those thoughts. So you must control your thoughts. You must manage thoughts. If thoughts are negative, you know what? Shun upon them. And if thoughts are positive, ride on those thoughts, ride on those thoughts. And there are people who made it in life without parents or coming from a rich background. Some are CEOs today because they are not shifting the blame. Some of them are CEOs and some of them run successful companies today. Why? Because they did not choose to shift the blame. The moment you start shifting the blame, you are saying, you know what? I'm where I am because nobody took care of me. Listen, nobody owes you anything. And I'll say that again. Nobody owes you anything. The only person that brought you into this world is God. Let me say God, not a person. It is God that brought you to this world. It is God that brought you on this earth. And he's given you everything you will ever need. Everything you will ever need in life, it's inside of you. It's up to you to unlock everything that God has given you. It's up to you to release everything that God has placed inside of you. But nobody owes you anything. I'll repeat once more. Nobody owes you anything. It is your own responsibility. God is waiting to see what you're going to do with what is given you. You must do everything in your power to succeed in life. It is all 100% within your control. Your destiny is all 100% within your control. Nobody owns your destiny. It is within your control. If you don't control your destiny, some people will influence the outcome of your destiny. And we mentioned this powerful quote by Jack Welch last week, and we said, control your own destiny or someone else will. If you don't control your own destiny, someone else will do it. Someone else will do it. There are people whose lives are run by other people because somebody is not in charge of their destiny. The moment you are in charge of your destiny, people will honor you. People will respect you. People will not take you for granted because you are in charge. You've got to be in charge. You've got to be in control of your destiny. Yep. So that's the recap for last week. That's what we discussed last week. For those of you who were not with us last week, that's what we discussed last week. We spoke on the powerful topic titled Control Your Destiny. If you missed last week's episode, I encourage you to please go back onto last week's teachings, check my video clip for last week, and you know what, feed from it. You can find it both on Facebook and on YouTube. You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. Welcome, Matibelo Mfukeng. Good to see you, my daughter. She just tuned in on YouTube. So it's so good to have you guys, and I'm excited for what we are about to share today. And I believe it's going to be awesome. And remember to interact with me, interact with me throughout the session. Ask questions. We will endeavor to respond to your questions if we can. And let's interact. Don't just watch, but interact with me. Share emojis if you agree with me on anything. And we're going to make this a very exciting session. Today, I want us to talk about the power of resilience. I want us to talk about the power of resilience. The power of resilience. And I believe you're going to enjoy this session. Let's talk about the power of resilience. Great. Oh, Katlego Musaka, sorry, I was just reading Katlego Musaka's comment. She says, last week's mentorship was so fruitful. Thank you so much for tuning in last week. And we are happy to have you here once again, my daughter. So yeah, what is resilience? Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. The ability to bounce back from adversity, to adapt and grow stronger in the face of challenges. We all face challenges in our lives, and we get to a stage where, you know what, it looks like life has knocked us down, and we get to a place where we feel like, you know what, it's going to be hard for me to rise again. It's going to be hard for me to get, to where I used to be. But resilience is the tool that one can use to resuscitate everything dead in your life. Resilience is knowing in your heart that I'm created for greater things. It's knowing in your heart that I've got all it takes to make it in life. It's knowing in your heart that you are created to be great. So never give up. There are people that when the tough seasons come into their lives, they begin to give up. They begin to give up, and it is powerful to have the mentality of not giving up. You must refuse to give up in this life. You must refuse to give up in this life, because we are created for greater things. And resilience is a transformative quality that empowers individuals to thrive despite the inevitable setbacks that life presents. It is a transformative quality that empowers individuals to thrive despite the inevitable setbacks that life presents. Life presents a lot of setbacks. Life presents a lot of challenges, but we must not stay down when we fall. We must do everything in our power to come back to our position. We must fight for our position. If your position is to do well in life, fight for that position, no matter the circumstances. Life brings our way things that we don't really want in our lives. Some of the things that happen to us are not the things that we want, but also understand that life is also a good share of greater things. That is why you must never give up when you experience challenges in your life. You must never give up. Tabo says, same as in boxing, when you're knocked down and the ref starts coming, resilience gets you up. When people think it's over, it's getting up on the 9th count. Absolutely. I fully agree with that. Tabo. Absolutely. Yes, I agree with you, Tabo. So in life, we all face challenges that may test us to our limits. There are certain challenges in our lives that they will test you. You would feel like you don't see yourself rising again. You will feel like, you know what, I've reached the dead end. You will feel like I have reached this cul-de-sac. There is no more any place to go, because it feels like I have hit the cul-de-sac, or I've hit the ceiling. But allow me to tell you, there is always a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Some people give in. Others have a unique ability to bounce back and take their position. So to be resilient is to embrace that ability to bounce back, because life can be difficult. Life can throw you down. Life can pull you out of the game. The momentum, it can pull you out of that strong momentum that you have made and created in your life. But life can pull you out. That is why you must do everything in your power to make sure that you maintain your position. This is life. We all rise, and some of us, we do fall, but you must fight for your position. You must fight for your rightful position. If you're going to do something that's worth doing, you will have to be resilient. If you're going to do something that is worth doing, you're going to have to be resilient. What is it that you want to do in life? Just understand, if you want to do great in this life, you're going to have to be resilient, because every journey that takes you to your dream has obstacles. I'll say that again. Every journey that takes you to your dream has obstacles. And in order for you to get to your dreams, irregardless, you will need to be resilient. If you want to go and pursue your dream beyond the obstacles, you will have to be resilient. It is only resilience that keeps us going. If you are resilient, you will never stop. It does not matter how many times you fall. If you are resilient, you will never stop. If you are resilient, you will always stand up, dust yourself, and you run again. You stand up, you dust yourself, and you run again. Many of us give up. Many of us stop when it looks like there is no more anything to do. But allow me to tell you, where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. If your heart is still willing to push, don't allow your mind and your flesh to say, no, you cannot do it anymore. Always push. Push as hard as you can. You will get to a place called success. You will get to a place called success. Believe me when I tell you that. For some, it means falling down over and over before you succeed. That's resilience. For some, it means falling down over and over before you succeed. If you fall down, don't stay down. Stand up, dust yourself, continue, try again, do it again. Men of God, I've been trying to run this business, but my business went down and I don't think I can do it again. Allow me to tell you, if you go back again, you can still push it. You can still make it happen. You can still make it happen. You decide if you're going to give in or you're going to push forth. You must be resilient. Resilience will open doors that looks like they are now shut for you. Resilience will do that for you. Not everyone will be resilient. That's what we need to understand. Not everyone will be resilient. And I can attest to that. I've seen many people who have given up on life. There are many people who have given up and they feel like, you know what, they won't be able to make it in life ever again. It's only a selected few that will be resilient. Many get tired and discouraged. I just pray that everyone watching me today, I just pray that you are not discouraged. I just pray that you still have that resilience within you to push and to turn the tide around. You must not give up. You must remain steadfast and immovable. Keep on pressing forth. Keep on pushing. Allow your zeal to rise. Allow your energy to rise. And don't remain down. Yes, we may fall, but don't stay down. Don't stay down. Do everything in your power to rise up again. Do everything in your power to communicate to your spirit that I still have a destiny to fulfill. You must push with all that you have. Many get tired and discouraged. Only the resilient persist until they accomplish their dream. You've got a dream that God has given you, and you must accomplish it. You must accomplish it. You must do it. You must push it. You must do everything in your power and push the limits, right? You must push the limits. Yeah. Patuchezo says, unfortunate part is none is getting it easy. No one is getting it easy. Those who are at the top, they fight and fight to the top. Absolutely. Yeah. I like that. Pumzile says resilience is taking control over failure. Absolutely. You must take control over failure. Mamtsiari says, how do you know when you have reached your threshold of resilience? The moment you start thinking suicide, the moment you start thinking, I have to take my life because I won't be able to pass through what I'm going through, you must know that you have reached your threshold of resilience. That is why the moment the thoughts of escaping this life or escaping hardships comes to you, you must know you have reached that threshold. So you must do everything in your power, Mamsiar. You must do everything in your power to surround yourself with positive people. Read positive books. When you're going through stuff, find a book that will minister to your spirit. Find a book that will give you hope. Find a book that will help your faith rise. Yes, that's the right way of putting it. Find a book that will minister and to resonate with your spirit. Find that book that will pull you from being at a place of hopelessness, and it will shift you and pull you and push you and catapult you to a place of hope. Because the moment you're thinking that, you know what, I am not going to make it. The best thing is to kill my life. You must make sure that you start surrounding yourself with people that are positive and people that believe in you. In that way, Mamutsiari, you will go past the threshold of resilience. Yeah. And also, we have welcome, Mimam Life. Good to see you, my daughter. Mimam Life says, discouragement is a demon that fights your future. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Matibello Mufuken says this on YouTube. She says, just like David, we need the spirit of encouragement. Absolutely. In fact, the Bible says David encouraged himself. David encouraged himself. Tammy says, it's either you give in or you push forth. You choose. It's either you give in or you push forth. You decide. You decide. Tabo says, your paradigm determines your resiliency. Mold your mind into believing that there is no situation greater than the plans of God for your life. Tell yourself you are an overcomer. I like that, Tabo. That's Tabo on Facebook. And Tamim Kwanazi on YouTube says, greatness is on the other side of feeling like giving up and things not looking like it. Absolutely. Even in my dear brother, we have my dear brother watching, Roland. Good to see you, my dear brother. Love you, man. Love you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. We are so excited to have you as part of our people today. Awesome. So only the resilient persist until they accomplish their dream. Resilience can only be attained through hardship. Resilience can only be attained through hardship. If you don't experience hardships in your life, I'm telling you, it will take you a very long time to grow. Many of us are products of hardships. Hardships are pushing us to a place of growth. Hardships are channeling us to a place of growth and a place of transformation. We never transform in comfort. I'll say that again. We never transform in comfort, and we never grow in comfort. We always need friction in order for us to perform. We need friction for us to push forth and to fight for the destiny that God has given us. So resilience can only be attained through hardships. Remember, we said resilience is the power to bounce back after having gone through adversities. My journey, let me share my journey. I've been through so much, in my path and my career and, growing up. I remember my first job. I did well in my first job, and then I applied for a prestigious position beyond the job I had, and I got that position. But allow me to tell you that, you know what, the devil came in, and we found ourselves having, done some fraud at work, by having accepted a bribe from one of the clients and all that. And I was forced to resign in order to maintain my profile, and yeah. And I tell you, you can imagine after that, you don't have a reference, and it was tough for me. It became tough. It became tough because I could not easily find a job, and I have to start now looking for a job and not knowing where I was going to get a reference. And I had a great position. I was a contracts manager in the company. So you can imagine, but it was very difficult. But it was only resilience that kept me going. The resilience inside of me kept me pushing, saying, you know what, you will get another job. You will get another job. You will come out of where you are. And I kept on applying. I kept on applying. I kept on applying. So I had to go back to my older job. And you must remember, the very first job I've ever worked, I worked as a driver. So I had to go back to being a driver once more because I'd messed up a prestigious position that I had. But had I given up to say, you know what, my record is not good anymore, it doesn't look like I'm going to find a job again, I would have stayed down. But I stood up, I dusted myself, and I was prepared to go back and start all over again, to start where I started. You must remember, at that time I was driving a VR6 Golf VR6, and at that time, that car was the it, it was the car, and not even afraid that I was going to lose the car and all those things. I allowed myself to go back, go back and start it again. And I pushed hard until I secured another great position. And I was employed by this other company, a black empowerment company, and they made me one of the directors there. So I was back once again up to where I belong. Why? Because I was resilient. I refused to remain down when the circumstances said go down. I refused to stay down. I continued to push harder. I wanted to remain at the top with everything I had in me. So I did not take no for an answer. I continued to push harder and pushed harder. So I worked for that company. And as I worked for that company, doors began opening up in other great companies. And I started applying for other positions. I got those positions. I kept on going up and up and up and up until I resigned. I resigned from working for somebody else and started my own businesses. I did well as a businessman. Businesses began to flourish. I ran a Shisanyama in Phosphorus. I ran a recruitment company on the side. Things were going so well until the call of God came into my life. And then I went down once again as a result of the call. At that time, I did not know. I felt that business was not so good anymore. It felt like I had lost favor with all the crowd that used to support my businesses. Not knowing, little did I know that the call of God was upon my life. So when God calls you, it's like an earthquake coming into your life. Can I repeat that for somebody here watching me? When the call of God comes into your life, it's like an earthquake coming into your life. It shakes everything in your life. So the call of God shook my businesses. The call of God shook everything in my life. It shook my marriage. It shook my finances. It shook everything I've acquired in life. All my possessions, my cars, my houses, it shook everything upside down so that God could get my attention. But even in that situation, I refused to stay down. I went on my knees and I began to seek God's counsel for what was happening in my life. I started asking God, why am I going through so much? Why am I going through so much in my life? And I took a 7 days fasting just to go seek the face of the Lord, just to know, God, what is it that you want for my life? Lord, I've been going through so much. What is it that you want for my life? What is it that you want to do? Why did you bring me on earth? I had so many questions because I felt that I had accumulated so much, but now all of a sudden everything was going south again. I wanted to know, why is everything going south again? But little did I know at the time that it was the call of God. It was when I spent 7 days in fasting that I began to pray fervently and to seek his face. And God revealed himself to me. He revealed himself to me and he told me, you are a man of God. And that's the reason why you're going through what you're going through. And until you preach the gospel, nothing will ever work in your life. Until you preach the gospel, nothing will ever work in your life. I began to see great men of God, through visions, through dreams. I began to see these powerful men of God, and the Lord was saying to me, you're one of them. You're one of them. And I saw people standing up from the wheelchairs. I saw people getting healed. I saw people, blind eyes opening up. I saw deaf ears opening up. And I began to ask the Lord. The Lord said, this is what you want to do. This is your assignment. This is your assignment. People are going to be set free through your hands. People are going to be set free through your life. And that is how I got to rise up again. Then when I left that place, I knew why everything was happening in my life. I knew why things turned south in my life. I knew that it was because of the call of God. I went back home. I sat down with my wife and I told my wife, listen here, you are a woman of God. And that is why you and I are going through so much. I am a man of God and you are the woman of God. For the very first time, I sat down with my wife. I told her, you are the pastor. I am the pastor. And that is why we are going through what we are going. The moment we said yes to the call, things began turning to the right direction. So the challenge is that when you go through so much in your life and then you allow life to put you down and then you stay down, Don't do that. You would miss what God is trying to lead you to. You would miss the plans that God has for you. Every time things are going south and it looks like you're not going to make it in life, down to God rather than going down and remaining down to the world. Go down to God, go down on your knees and speak to God and ask God, God, why am I going through what I'm going through? God will respond. God will respond because he knows why you go through what you're going through. Absolutely. Yes, I agree with you. Katlego says, resilience yields progress. And Pumzile Petla says, resilience requires faith when everything looks dead. Absolutely. Yeah, I like that, Patricezo. Patricezo says, I refuse to stay down. I only belong to the top. I love it. I love it. Thank you, my dear brother. Roland says, beautiful testimony. Balungile says, we must refuse to stay down. Yep, you must refuse. You must refuse. You must refuse to stay down. That's not your portion. Refuse it with everything that you can. Refuse it with everything that you have. And now, obviously, I know what it's like to rise and to fall. And I know what it's like to go back up again, because I never allowed myself in my entire life. I've never allowed myself to stay down. But it is my resilience that has put me on the path I am on currently. In life, you must refuse to give up. In life, you must refuse to give up. It is my resilience that brought me to where I am today. It is my resilience. Nothing else can take you up again except your resilience. Your resilience is your ability to bounce back when life has hit you hard. It is your ability to bounce back when adversities have put you down. Allow your resilience to lift you up again. I know what it's like to have my house repossessed. Trust me, I know. I know what it's like to have my house repossessed. I know what it's like to lose cars. I know what it's like to get involved in an accident with the last car that you have. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to lose stuff. I know what it's like. But I never stayed down. I always maintained and pushed for resilience. I've always pushed. These are incidents that hurt me financially, losing cars, losing houses. These incidents, they hurt me financially. You must remember, when you lose a house, your credit is bad. Your credit, gets tainted. And for you to buy another house will be a very big challenge. You'll be blacklisted and all those things. So you can imagine. So losing like I had lost in life will hurt your finances. It will hurt your finances. But look at me today. Look at me today. Had I given up and said, you know what, after all, my name is messed up, my record is tainted, I might as well stay down because there is no way out. But I chose to be resilient. I chose to be resilient at all times. Be resilient. Be resilient. Never allow yourself to give up. No matter what comes your way, keep pushing. Never allow yourself to stay down. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep on pushing. God has the best for you. God's best is your portion, and He's got greater things for you. But I learned so much in my season of losses. Trust me, I've learned so much in my season of losses. I learned that as much as success is not permanent, I also learned that failure is not permanent. Failure is not permanent. As much as success cannot be permanent at times, just know that failure is also temporary. So if you fail in life, understand that failure can be temporary if you don't give up. Always push. Push to get back up. I am where I am today because of my unwillingness to give up. I was unwilling to give up. Is there anybody in the comments now who would say, I am unwilling to give up? I was unwilling to give up. That is why I'm where I am today. And I'm still pushing for the top. I'm still pushing for greatness. I'm still pushing for my rightful position. I am unwilling to give up. My unwillingness to accept defeat is what has brought me to where I am today. Refuse to accept defeat. Don't allow yourself to be defeated. Never, never. When they thought that it was over with Jesus, he rose up on the third day. Be like that. Be like that. When Absalom thought he had done away with David, David continued to rise up and to pursue God. Never allow yourself to stay down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Naniki says, the month of August had me shaken up. I was hopeless and suicidal, scared not to relapse and go back into depression. Something in me said, go back to the basics. Yeah, I like that. You forgot what sustains you. I went back to God, meditated on the word. A sense of calmness and assurance came over me. Today, I proudly say, I have so much peace knowing that God's plans are greater and I am destined for greatness. In my storm, I prayed for wisdom, which yielded solutions. I refused to stay down. I love that, Naniki. God bless you. We are very proud of you for maintaining the pace, and and for keeping your head up. It's very important. We thank God for your life, and we believe that God will cause you to rise up. We believe that God will cause you to be elevated and to get back to a place where you belong. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All of you that are saying, I'm unwilling to give up. Tabo says, I'm unwilling to give up. Pumzile says, I'm unwilling to give up. Level My Money says, I refuse to be defeated. Tabo says, for as long as I'm still breathing, there is a lot I can offer to this world. Yeah, I like that. And Katlejo says, I am victorious. Mamlife says, I am unwilling to remain down. Ayanda Mukhadi says, never give the devil the satisfaction of giving up, for God has plans to prosper us and not to harm us. Yes, Patuchezo is unwilling to give up. He is unwilling to give up. Yeah. So what am I saying to you today? My advice to you today is to strive to be resilient. Strive to be resilient. Get back up when you fall down. Strive to be resilient and get back up when you fall down. Don't stay down. Don't stay down. Continue to work hard. Continue to work hard. Build a solid foundation. Build a solid foundation for yourself. Continue to work hard and build a solid foundation for yourself. By so doing, you will protect yourself from naysayers and your own discouraging thoughts. There are two things that you will have in your life as you go through the journey of facing obstacles in your life. You will face people that are called naysayers. You must avoid those people. You must avoid those people. And the second thing that you will come across is your discouraging thoughts. There'll be thoughts that have come to discourage you. There are thoughts who will say, you know what, why don't you try something else? This will never work for you. Those thoughts have come to discourage you. Never allow those two things to dictate what you need to do next. Hold on to your first love. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do? Hold on to your first love. Hold on to your first love, because every journey that is worth exploring, it has obstacles. It has obstacles, but don't give up on the account of obstacles. Never allow yourself to do that. Surround yourself with people that believe in you. That's very important. Surround yourself with people that believe in you. Many of us, we get to the point of relapse. We get to the place of depression because we surround ourselves with people that are negative, and they won't be able to build our faith with what they say to us or what they deposit in our lives in times of difficulty. So that is why you must always surround yourself with people that believe in you. No one should believe in you more than you do. Can I say that again? No one should believe in you more than you believe in you. You must become your own biggest cheerleader. You must become your own biggest cheerleader. You must pat yourself on the back and say you can do it. Never, you can do it. Matibelo, you can do it. Balungile, you can do it. Ayanda, you can do it. You must do that. Pat yourself on the back. Nanik, you can do it. RK Mulife, you can do it. You must pat yourself on the back and say, I can do it. I can make it. I can do it. Katleho, you can do it. Tabo, you can do it. Lebu, you can do it. You must pat yourself on the back and encourage yourself. The Bible says David encouraged himself. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord your God, and believe that you can still rise. You can still do it again. Remember that it's okay to fall. Let me repeat that. It is okay to fall. You just have to get back up. You just have to get back up. It is okay to fall, but it's not okay to stay down. You must get back up. In all that we go through in life, remember that only one trait stands out as a true game changer. And what is that trait? That trait is resilience. That trait is resilience. That's one trait that will help you get back up. It's being resilient, knowing that I can still do it, knowing I will survive this, knowing that this too will pass, knowing that I am blessed coming in, I am blessed going out, knowing that God is going to come through for me, knowing that I'm not designed for defeat. I'm not designed to stay down. I am designed for the top, knowing that it's going to happen, no matter when, but it's going to happen. Resilience. What is resilience? It is a quality that empowers individuals to overcome obstacles and reach their full potential. It is a quality that empowers individuals to overcome obstacles and reach their full potential. You must not give up until you reach your full potential. You must pursue your full potential. Resilience allows you to reframe your perspective. It allows you to reframe your perspective. You might have failed because you're going that route, but resilience allows you to reframe how you see things, your perspective. You must reframe it. Once you reframe your perspective, you begin to see things, and you begin to see things for what they really are. At times when we are very comfortable and everything is going well for us, we fail to see what God is trying to show us along the way. And that is why God will allow us to go down, so that the second time around, we are able to see what we could not see the first time around. And that's what resilience does. It reframes your perspective. Allow your resilience to reframe your perspective and find valuable lessons in failure. Find valuable lessons in failure. I want to emphasize this thing. Don't just look at yourself failing, but find valuable lessons in your seasons of failing. Find valuable lessons. What is it that God wants you to learn in your season of failing or seasons of failure? What is it that God wants you to learn there? You must pursue God with all that you have, so that you are able to know why you're going through what you're going through. Yeah, I like that level. Level says, I'm the head and not the tail. Pumzile says, there is nothing wrong with starting over. That's resilience. Absolutely. It does not matter in all areas of our lives, in business, career-wise, finances, relationships. There is nothing wrong with starting over. There's nothing wrong. You can do better the second time around. And Patuchezo says, replying to Pumzile, you are now starting with experience, knowing what to do and what not to do. Yeah. Tabo says, nothing just happens. I agree. Resilience is a quality that can be developed. It is a quality that can be developed, meaning that we are not born with that thing. It can be developed. So the moment you feel like, you know what, you have reached rock bottom, saturate yourself with teachings, materials from people who are positive in life, people who speak positively in life, people who will always encourage you. Never allow yourself to remain in a place where people are too negative when you're going through so much in your life, because I'm telling you, you will never rise again when you surround yourself with people who don't believe in greatness, people who don't believe that you will make it. You must always be in a place of optimism, place of positivity. You must always encourage yourself. and know that you will do it again. Listen to motivational clips. Nowadays, we've got too many platforms. You can search for motivational clips. You've got there's content everywhere. There's content on social media. There's content on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. Just follow the right people. Just follow the right people. And if you follow the right people, you will eat the right food. Let me say that again. If you follow the right people, you will eat the right food. But if you follow bad people, you will eat what is not good for your system and for your spirit. And sooner or later, your dreams will vanish and your determination will go down. Allow yourself to remain positive. Excuse me. Excuse me for that. And it is forcing, resilience is forging ahead. Sorry. It is forging ahead with renewed determination. It is forging ahead with renewed determination. So you must have what we call the renewed determination. Because once everything starts going down in your life, you reach that lowest point of your life. But once you become resilient, you come back with that renewed determination, resoluteness. You come back now, you want to face this thing again. You grab the bull by the horns and you push again. You must have that determination. You must. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Mandla says indoda iwaivuge. Absolutely. I fully love that and I like that. I like what you're saying. He says indoda iyawa ipindivuge. Don't stay down. Don't stay down. Don't stay down. Resilience cultivates a sense of stability. Even when things are stressful and overwhelming, resilience will resuscitate you. Resilience will say, we are still proceeding. We are still going forth. It is about managing the unexpected. When you are resilient, you manage the unexpected. You must remember, when downfall comes your way, it was unexpected. You never saw it coming. You never thought that one day you'll go down again. But resilience will help you to manage the unexpected. So if you are resilient, you see that, okay, now I've lost this, I've lost this, I've lost this, I've lost this. This was my strong provision and income. And now I've lost this because of the mistakes I've made. Don't give up. Just manage that unexpected now turnout in your life. You hold on and you recalibrate and you renew your determination and you go back once again onto the path and you push and you aim for the stars. You aim for the stars once again. It is about managing the unexpected. Demonstrating resilience makes you a role model. Demonstrating resilience makes you a role model to those who need inspiration. Now, if you find somebody who is being resilient, you know that this person has gone through so much in their lives, but you see them still pushing. They don't want to stay down. They don't want to remain down. They push. They push back to where they came from. Once people do that, they become an inspiration. And that is why I say to you, there are too many platforms. Search for people on YouTube. Search for people who are positive. Search for people who will speak to your spirit. Search for people who will speak positively into your spirit. Demonstrate resilience. Resilience keeps your mind open to possibilities. It keeps your mind open to possibilities. If you are resilient, then you're going to keep your mind open to possibilities. Never think of anything as impossible. Resilience will help you to keep your mind on possibilities. Resilience keeps your mind open to possibilities. Oh, I read that one. Resilient people acknowledge the situation and move forward, even after their mistakes. Even after their mistakes. Even after their mistakes. Quickly, I think I've got 4 minutes left. Let me give you the 6 points on how to overcome tough times. 6 points on how to overcome tough times. Number one, how do I overcome tough times? Number one, understand that setbacks are not the end. You must understand that. Setbacks are not the end. If you feel that, you know what, you have hit rock bottom right now, understand that's not the end of your life. For the mere fact that you're still breathing, it means that there is still more for you. There is still more for you in this life. So don't look at it as the end, but look at it as a stepping stone. Look at it as a stepping stone on the path to success. A stepping stone on a path to success. Number two, cultivate a growth mindset. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your abilities. Believe in your abilities. Being confident in your own ability to cope with stress can play an important role in resilience. Use your challenges as an opportunity to grow. Use your challenges as an opportunity to grow. I remember back then when I lost businesses and everything just went down, lost money, lost cars, lost houses. I remember all I did was to read. I read the Bible daily. I read books daily. I used to listen to motivational speakers and listen to pastors on a daily basis. What was I doing? I was cultivating a growth mindset. So I grew more in my life when I was going through tough seasons. So it matters that when things are not working out for you, what do you do with that all the time that you have? What do you do? It is that time that you must apply to grow your mind, to grow your mindset. It is that season of your life. Number three, understand that success requires time. Understand that success requires time. While you wait for your 10, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. While you're waiting for your 10, someone might be feeling down and they've lost hope and all that. Listen, don't allow yourself to lose hope. Understand that success requires time. It will take you a lot of time. It will take you a long time to succeed. Success takes time. While you wait for your 10, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Maintain a positive outlook despite hardships and setbacks. Yeah, absolutely. Tammy says it better there. He says regroup, realign, steady, and shoot again. Yep, I love it. I love it. Number four, build positive relationships when you're facing tough seasons. Build positive relationships. Have people you can talk to about a situation. Share your feelings about the situation. Number five, stay present and focused. Stay present and focused in times of tough times. Distractions such as social media, worries, and regrets can pull you away. They can pull you away. So at times you need to avoid certain things. To maintain a positive outlook while dealing with something difficult is an important part of resilience. The last one, set goals. Set goals. If you want to overcome tough times, set goals. Set goals. Set realistic goals for yourself and do something regularly to move toward your goals. Thank you for tuning in. I believe you are blessed by today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not yet purchased my book, The Call of God, please purchase it. Be blessed by this book. It will bless you. It is a powerful tool that will help you to come out of that lowest point that you feel you are at right now. When you read this book, you will understand you are here for a reason and that God is getting ready to use you for greater things. Thank you so much, family, for tuning in. I believe you are blessed by today's episode, and I'm looking forward to spending time with you once again next week, same place and same time. Love you and goodbye.